Hey guys, welcome back to 5-0-100-0.com. I am Fugget, and that stands for the fittest underdog guru using intelligent tactics. And today I want to talk to you guys about an old saying. Is it the size of the dog in the fight, or is it the size of the fight in the dog? Now, everybody in life starts off with a certain set of skill sets or genetic gifts and or privileges or some challenges to overcome. And how many of us know somebody who seems to have all the physical gifts, has the support of parents, has the financial means to succeed, but they end up in rehab, they end up in financial distress, or they just end up ruining all of their relationships, and they just seem at one point to have it all. Well, history teaches us that it happens quite often. And so if you want to compare that to the size of the dog in the fight, that was a big dog, and that big dog lost the fight. So my point is, as undersized underdogs, as we're trying to inspire, motivate, teach, and push you guys to go to your utmost potential, to reach for what you need, what you want, what is your life's blood, your very next breath, whatever it takes to get you guys to where you need to be in your life, the passion, the desire, the things in your heart that nobody can tell you except what you can tell yourself that you want, and you really want it more than anything else. You can go and get it. So you have a fight inside you. And, if you didn't have it, you wouldn't be watching a channel like this. You wouldn't be looking for answers. You wouldn't be pursuing knowledge and motivation and strategies to take everything to the next level. So no matter where you come from, no matter what advantages you have or whatever setbacks you have, the fight's not over as long as you're still in it. If you wave the white flag and you give up, that's over. But you only lose when you quit trying. You only lose when you get knocked down, because you're gonna get knocked down. I get knocked down. We all get knocked down. I've had setbacks. I had challenges, but I always overcome. And yeah, it hurts when you get knocked down, and there's things in your life that you wanted to achieve, or you wanted it by this date, or want something else, and something happens, and you know what, you can either pick yourself up, keep going, or you can just wave the flag and settle. To me, that's not an option. It's like you just have a survival mechanism. There's something inside you that just requires that you keep pushing, requires you to keep pressing on and moving forward and trying again. If you strike out, you get back in the box. When I was a kid, I joined Little League, and my very first at-bat in organized baseball, the pitcher this kid had an amazing arm. He threw a fastball, and that ball hit me right in the face, gave me a black eye, and I took myself out of the game. And my dad took me aside, and he goes, "You know what?" He goes, "Okay, we'll go home for now, but first thing in the morning, we're going to go over to the school," and there was a baseball field back there and a backstop, and he goes, "I'm going to teach you not to be afraid of this ball." So I was terrified. I took my bat and everything. My dad he was a pretty athletic guy. He had me stand up there, and he goes, "Okay, you just stand there and you hold the bat as if you're going to swing." And he goes, "Don't you move. I'm not going to hit you." And he whizzed those fastballs, and I was trembling and near tears, wanting to cry. And he threw ball after ball, like split finger fastballs, curveballs, all kinds of stuff, whizzing, boom, boom. None of the balls hit me. And he kept doing that until I wasn't afraid of the ball anymore. I wasn't afraid to get hit. I simply had trust. I just lost my fear of getting hit because so many pitches had went by that didn't hit me. But I knew what it was like to get hit, and it actually worked to my benefit to get hit, because I thought, okay, if I got hit in the face, it gave me a black eye, how much worse is it going to get? What if it hits me in the shoulder or in the rib cage or whatever? It's like I got hit in the face with a ball. Okay, much like another example are like trapeze artists. Trapeze artists, they say that the best ones are the ones that early on in practice fall off the high wire, or they simply fall into the safety net. And what happens is if they're not that good at first and they fall a bunch of times, they get okay with it because they know they're not going to die. It's the ones who start off like shooting stars, and then they have this fear of falling because they have an idea in their head of what that's going to be like. And time in history proves that the best ones are always the ones that start off with a disadvantage, or that didn't have necessarily all of the physical skills or abilities, athletic abilities, to master it from the get-go. And they end up limiting themselves because they still have that little seed of doubt in their head that they were going to be able to do it, or that they might fall. So, sometimes when you start with a strike or two against you, or you have nothing to lose, you're really in your strongest position, because then you're like a caged animal. You're hungry. You've got a fire inside. And, all of us, we have this love of a comeback. We love the underdog. We love, the one who, like the Rocky movies, the guy who is, never supposed to make it. He doesn't have the skills. Nobody believes in him. Again, this goes back to even the Rudy movie. You're 5-0, 100-0. And, if you haven't seen that, I highly encourage you to go and see that movie and see what us undersized underdogs can do when we put our heart to it. We don't give up. We don't take no. We don't listen to anybody around us that tells us we can't do something. Now, there's a difference between people giving you advice because you're not being realistic, or you're not doing the work and putting in the effort to achieve a goal, and being delusional, versus no one can stop you. You keep climbing, you keep pushing, keep dusting yourself off, and get right back up and try again. There's a difference with that. So if you're just looking to watch a video and you think it's just going to answer your questions, this is just motivation. This is just to set your mind right. This is to get you in a good headspace so that you can go out there and go get what you're worth. Go push yourself. Go achieve excellence. There's nothing that can stop you. Nothing and nobody that can stop you but you. 5-0, 100-0.com. Like, share, subscribe. Send some comments. I want to hear your success stories, you guys. I want to hear your failures. And, we're turning your failures into final finish something. I don't know. But we're turning it into successes when you believe that success is possible, that you believe you deserve success, and you believe that nobody is going to stop you but you. Take care, you guys.